So going close to a year now, we had the hailstorm here in mid-Missouri, and we actually didn't get the worst of it, but we had golf ball size hail mixed with a lot of smaller stuff. It was April 15th, so now today that was April 15th 2023. This is February 3rd 2024. Finally got some siding and some time and some decent weather. So today the plan is just to take all this off. Probably gonna have to pull the skirting, redo that. I'm gonna paint that to match the siding, the little electric box, and that's kind of what I'm gonna work on today. So be glad to have you along. Trying to take these off and stack them over there, so when I start putting them back on, I'll start over there and work my way back this way, and should have the right holes, and it really should just fit. You know how that goes. So this skirting was put on with, I used a J channel up here and also one down here, and normally you would have one that just come out flat and tapered back in on a 45, and it would just set on that down here. You'd have a J channel up at the top. We did that on the last one of the last mobile homes that we worked over, and the bottom had a tendency to sag in places, and there would be a gap where the ribs were on the skirting on the sheet metal, and that made a void for mice to travel. And I thought this would be a tighter fit, and I think it is, and I like it a lot better. It's not what you would normally do because it does hold water and dirt and stuff down there, but I'm fine with that. I think it sealed up better the way with this in there. So anyway, we set this mobile home up with railroad ties all the way around. Had a good solid base to set them on. Just put them up there and got them laying flat all the way end to end, and then made sure they was level from here down to this way and square on the corners. And then we just went to work like just screwing the metal top and bottom. Put the J channel up here, put it in, and got one on the bottom and pulled it up tight and screwed it together. So it works pretty good. It looks good when it's done, and it keeps it good and dry. We also put plastic down under this mobile home when we put it here, and it stayed good and dry. And if you need to get under there, it's a fairly clean place to work. So a lot of cobwebs now, but we fumigated every now and then, and got by all right doing that. But anyway, so I'm gonna get started tearing some of this off. Here's one of the sad things about a mobile home. I mean, I can stick my finger all the way back in there. You can't tell me that that's not the perfect place for bugs and mice and whatever to get in there. This, when it come apart, it was loose. I may have, pulling around on it might have done that, but I'm gonna try to do something a little better there and get it a little more solid. but it's not even I can't even get that level, I don't think, because it hits up here and down here. It's just the awfulest hole that they could have made. Too big and can't even get the box square in it. So anyway, that's one of the downfalls of a mobile home. Every hole they make is like that, out of whack and too big, lets bugs in. I poked some holes in this until I got the shovel that was a bigger area, and that solved that problem. So I'm gonna patch them holes up, and then I'm gonna do something. I may change, I don't know yet. I'm gonna do something there. There's 2 pieces of siding at the very peak that aren't damaged, and there was 2 pieces over here on the side, little short ones, that wasn't damaged. Everything else in that had damage on it. So I didn't video it, but I did show you the big hole at the receptacle, and I couldn't figure out a good way to make that work, and it actually wasn't placing the plug where it needed to be anyway. So cut a piece of 3/8 inch plywood, because this was a big hole around it and there's plywood behind this. So I screwed that 3/8 plywood in there, got out flush with this, and then I had this exterior box. I'm screwed into that, and then we got a new cover here, and this is all stuff that we had in our trailer. I buy a lot of stuff and then I don't get to projects, but then when I do get to something, we have a lot of spare parts. So, and while I was in there, I found this 20 amp plug, a new plug, so I'm going to put it in there. It's on a 15 amp breaker in there, but it's 20 amp plug. Be just fine though. It'll be a lot better. I've got a good weatherproof cover to put on it too. We'll put it all together. When we get the siding done, I'm going to paint this to match the siding, and paint the cover to match the siding as well, and then I'll snap that final piece on over the outside. And hopefully you won't even notice it being there unless you need it. That's the plan. So now we're going to wire plug in. Back to you, Lisa.
No.
So I'm going to ground that one wire down in there, and then I'm going to loop it in with this other wire afterwards. Pull that out for just a second. I'm going to bend that down like that, like this. There. Now, did we bring our electrical box home?
I think so.
I don't know that we need it anyway. This will just be just fine this way, I guess. Twist them together back in there. Like that.
So do the white ones always go on the side with the ground?
No, I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, how do you know which side to put them on? It doesn't matter?
Well, this is the brass look, and this is a steel look.
Okay. So the white ones go with the steel
Right,
look.
yeah.
I see.
That's what I do.
Black brass. BB.
Yeah. There.
Just in case I ever want to wire something up.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know.
So, we silicone behind our wood plate back there, behind this vinyl plate, behind this, so it's all sandwiched in with silicone. But I think I'm going to put some right there just to plug that hole as well. I don't think it needs it, but we're going to do it because we have silicone here. And I just like making a big old mess with it.
You do.
Actually, I just have a thing where I can't, if I have to redo something like that, I just can't not seal it up to keep the bugs and stuff out.
Asian beetles?
Asian beetles, yeah. The old box was, it was all in to there, but the hinge was broke and it didn't seal good. And didn't realize it just went into a big hole into the wall like that. But I should have known. Anyway, because that's the way they do. Alright, we should be in business. Should be able to turn that back on and finally start putting some siding up. But I bet it's noon now, isn't it?
Yeah. Are we ready to take a little break?
It's almost 1, so we're going to eat lunch. We'll be right back. And we're back. That's sealed up good. Got one more hole up there, but I'm going to wait till I have the ladder. Just going to start putting siding on until I get up to that point, and then I'll drive the steeples in, fix that hole, and take some more siding off. So right now, I'm trying to get the first run of siding put up. Yippee! Alrighty, I think we're gonna call her quits.
Yeah.
We got it done. Actually, we've replaced every piece except for those top 2 pieces. And they just latched right together tight. Had trouble getting them together, matter of fact. And I can't tell it. So it was gonna be really hard for me to reach. Anyway, it worked out well. We got our plug in here. Sticks out. I'm not crazy about that, but I got some paint to match. If we may paint it, but anyway, it's tight. It's in good shape. Skirting's back on. No more hail damage, Lisa.
Yay! Looks so much better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And our neighbor just come by and wants this for a duck blind. So he said just leave it lay.
We get rid of our scraps too, so
yeah.
Win-win.
It's a win. I sure was looking forward to picking it up, because that's what I'm good at, is picking up and cleaning up. But anyway, we're gonna get out of here, and hopefully we won't have any more hailstorms for a while.
Let's hope.
Yeah. So anyway, one less problem.
It only took us almost a year to
So
repair.
that happened on April 15th, 2023, and this is February 3rd of 2024. So about 10 months. So
Yeah.
that's actually ahead of schedule for most of my projects.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, we're going to get out of here. We appreciate you, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Happy trails.